At this point in the project, you have two things ready: your sales data file and Claude, your AI assistant. Now it's time to bring them together. What's the goal? Here. The aim of this step is simple. We want Claude to recommend which metrics and visualizations should go into our dashboard, and more importantly, why each one matters. To do that, we need to share our data and ask the right question. Uploading your file. Since our data lives in a file, we'll attach it directly to the chat using the plus button, then selecting Upload a File. Navigate to it in your File Explorer, select it, and it's ready to go. Writing a strong prompt. Next, we write a focused prompt. Here's the one we'll use. Analyze this information and suggest 6 key visualizations or metrics that will be most effective for a sales performance dashboard. Explain why each one is valuable. Why is this prompt effective? 3 reasons. It's direct. No vague language, it's specific. We asked for exactly 6 suggestions. It's contextual. We mentioned the purpose, a sales performance dashboard, and asked for explanations, which helps us make smarter decisions down the line. After sending the prompt, Claude responds quickly with 6 visualization ideas based on sales data from January through September 2025. Revenue trend over time. Line chart, regional performance comparison. Horizontal bar chart plus map. Product category. Profitability analysis. Bubble chart. Sales channel performance split. Donut chart plus metric card. Profit margin analysis by segment. Stacked bar chart. Sales velocity dashboard. KPI cards plus goal charts. Each suggestion comes with an explanation of why it's useful. Definitely worth reading through in full. Note: if you ran the same prompt yourself, you might get slightly different suggestions. That's completely normal. Claude generates varied responses even for identical prompts. What do you do with this? This is where your judgment as an analyst comes in. You can decide which suggestions fit your needs. Drop any that don't feel relevant. Ask Claude to elaborate. For example, what variables would go on the x-axis of that line chart? Or, can you explain what that regional bar chart would actually show? We gave Claude a clear, focused prompt with real data, and got a solid set of visualization ideas in return. That's the foundation of our dashboard. In the next lesson, we move from analysis to visual design. See you there. In the previous lesson, Claude suggested several key visualizations, and now we are going to take the next step, which is asking it to create the full dashboard. What we are aiming for. In this step, we want to get a complete and interactive dashboard based on the data that we have provided to Claude. To put it more technically, we want an HTML, CSS, and JS artifact that visually represents all those metrics using the information from the CSV file. Of course, you may know nothing about programming and may not even know what HTML or any of those acronyms mean, but that's the beauty of working with AI to solve our needs. You can move forward without knowing any of it. So in simple terms, what we want here is a useful, chart-based dashboard for our company. Nothing more than that. And most importantly, we want it to be functional, visually appealing, and something that we can open directly in our browser. And now, let's paste the prompt that I have pre-written. And let's see what I said here. Based on the suggestions you have made, create a visual representation of a complete dashboard with interactive elements. Charts make the line chart stretch across the full width of the dashboard. Use the information from the CSV file that I have uploaded to populate the charts. Present it as an HTML CSS artifact that shows how the dashboard should look, and use chart.js to create the charts. Make sure to include JavaScript wherever it is necessary to process the CSV file and build the visualizations. Of course, this may sound like a very technical prompt, and you might think, I would never write that by myself. I would need help to write such a prompt. And of course, help is available. It's the same AI that you are already using, or ChatGPT, or whatever you prefer. You can describe what you need in plain, natural language and ask it to create the best prompt for you with the right technical specifications. Now, let's send this prompt and see what Claude gives us back. It's starting to generate the answer. You can see that it has begun writing code. You don't need to understand this. I'm just showing you what's happening behind the curtain. To create your dashboard, you will see several sections of code. The first language you'll notice is CSS, which is responsible for the visual style of your application, the colors, shapes, spacing, and so on. If you keep scrolling down, you'll find the HTML part. HTML gives the structure to your page, what buttons, what panels, and what text will appear in the different parts of your visualization. And finally, you have the script section, which is JavaScript. This is what gives your dashboard its behavior, how it responds when you click a button, hover over an element, and so on. Let's scroll down to see that it's still generating more code and continuing to work. You can see by the loading indicator that the code is still being written. I didn't time it exactly, but it may have already been 20 to 30 seconds, and that is very, very fast. In a couple more seconds, Claude will finish its work. You could go get a coffee in the meantime. And now it has finalized. The sales performance dashboard is already displayed for us to start reviewing. As you can see, you not only have an explanation of what was done, but you also have the dashboard itself, which we will analyze in the next lesson. You may also notice a console error message here. Don't be scared. You might get an error message like this, a different one, or no error at all. What can you do with it? Simply copy it, paste it into the chat, and send it. Claude will be able to solve it. It will explain what the problem is and start correcting the code. You don't need any technical knowledge here. If you are a programmer, your background may help you understand the error and fix it yourself, since you can edit the code directly. But you don't have to. Just send the error message to Claude. And as you can see, it is already solving the problem on its own. I am not editing this video so you can see the real time it took to resolve the issue. And here, you have the explanation of what the problem was and how it was fixed. So this is the corrected dashboard, and we are going to analyze it in more detail in the next lesson.